Hello, this is Zoe from No Safer Place, and it is week 7 of the Zoella book club. I can't believe that we only have 1 week left and that it's so close to Christmas. I'm also going to be doing this as day 2 of the No Safer Place Days of Christmas, which is so exciting. I can't believe that I'm finally doing it. I was meant to be doing Vlogmas, but I've just started a new job, so it's all been a bit manic, so I just thought I'd do the 12 days of No Safer Place instead. So this week you chose for me to review The One We Fell in Love With by Paige Toon. Now, I have wanted to read this book for weeks, but because I always ask you guys what you would like me to review and you hadn't chose it yet, I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. So I was so excited to read this book. As soon as I'd read the blurb, I got a very Giovanna Fletchery vibe, and as you know, apart from Samantha Shannon, she is my favourite author. And I didn't realise that when I did the unboxing video, I was like reading the blurb and like, oh, it reminds me of Giovanna Fletcher, da, da, da. And her name was at the bottom because obviously she has read this book and loved it. So I must have looked like a right idiot. So anyway, the story focuses on a set of triplets, and they are Phoebe, Rose and Eliza. They are identical, but they are very, very different in their personalities. So when you're reading it, it's very easy to distinguish who's who. Each chapter that you read is written from a different sister's point of view. And as I said, although the girls are completely different personality-wise, they all have one thing in common. That is their love for Angus. Angus Templeton is a boy that moves next door when they are 17 years old, and all of them fall absolutely head over heels for him. One of the girls sees him first. I'm not going to tell you who because I don't want to ruin the story, but one of the triplets ends up engaged to him, or one of the triplets ends up living with him, and the other triplet has to suppress her love for him and really has to hide her true feelings for him. Obviously, I won't say which sister matches up to which part of the story, but it certainly becomes interesting. So we follow the girls over a 10-year span. So it starts when they're 17 and then it ends when they're kind of in their late 20s. And it's really lovely because you see them turn into women and they meet new friends. They go on loads of new experiences and obviously they meet new men along the way. I think because we're given such a large time span, you feel like you really know the girls personally and are able to connect with them so well because you feel like you've known them since they were teenagers and kind of watched them blossom into women. Then tragedy strikes and the girls have to pull together to get through one of the hardest things I think that a family can face, and that is bereavement. Obviously, I'm not going to say who dies because that is a massive spoiler, but it makes the girls closer because obviously as they get older the girls they go drift apart. They do, because obviously they don't live together anymore and they have their own lives, but the bereavement of this person brings them back together. But one thing for the girls is a complete constant in their life, and that is Angus. Now when you're reading the book, all you're thinking is, oh my god, who will Angus end up with, and is he marrying the right triplet? It's an incredible story, and although it is probably, I think it's quite long and the writing's quite short, so it's probably one of the longest books in the Zoella book club, but I finished it so fast because it was just so good. I couldn't put it down. It was just amazing. But one warning about this book, you will need tissues because it is really, really emotional. I wasn't prepared for how emotional it was, and I didn't have tissues ready, and I was just a complete mess. Mascara everywhere. But it was a 5 out of 5 from me. Absolutely brilliant. Now, I only picked one quote from here, not because there weren't any in there, mainly because the quotes that I wanted were massive spoilers. There are obviously some really emotional parts, but it's hard to read them without giving too much of the story away. So I've just chose one. He turns his head to look at me, and my stomach flips over as his dark eyes lock me in a stare. Maybe Eliza is right. Prince Charming doesn't always come in the package you're expecting. When you meet someone you really, really like, possibly, likely love, then you'd be stupid not to see where it leads. I loved that quote. I thought it was beautiful. But it's definitely an amazing book and I think you should really check it out. It's amazing. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Leave me a comment below of what you would like to see next week. Although next week we've only got one left now. It's the 12 days of Dash, so it will be that one. I can't believe it. I hope you all have enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Bye.